Previously on 2 Past Midnight.
You know, I mean to tell you something. You're the toughest to kill, badass son of a bitch I know. I'm glad I'm here with you. We've been through a lot.
I mean, it looks like the only thing I put on my resume is not dead yet.
To the north, along that road, you look over your right. You see headlights. You see about 30 plus people on foot. And like right behind them, you see a tank.
We are just going to watch them go on by.
There's another thing I need. I need you guys to roll a stamina roll at a -3. You have a fever, and you just feel like utter shit.
There actually is a plague.
So all of a sudden, boom! Shot goes off. You see Anderson drop because you're also incapacitated from damage, Kyle. And the rest of you roll a recon roll.
Oh yeah, yep. So I don't think I have the ability to even cry in pain.
It says that you can still
mumble and crawl.
But you're at least prone, so that gives you a bonus against ranged attacks. So that's good.
It actually says immobile.
1 success on the recon.
Oh, I got to roll a recon too?
Yep.
That's a 1.
1 success, Chris?
Yes, sir. That was a 9.
There's a tree line to the north, to your right. It's about 200 meters out. And it sounds like the shot came from that direction.
Contact right at the tree line. Keep your head down. Stay down. Stay down. Don't move. Don't move. Stay down.
All right, so you guys all drop prone. Is that what your plan is?
Yes.
Keanu?
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you guys going to do anything else other than drop prone?
If we can see a target, return fire.
I'm not going to do anything else other than drop prone.
Right.
Try. Is there any cover here anywhere? Tree, rock, boulder, anything.
You could try to move towards cover. I'll give you a mobility. Tell you what, let's do initiative. Let's do that.
I kind of meant within crawling distance.
That would be 1 hex. That's why I was saying mobility roll, and I'd say that you could get to cover.
Okay.
But I'm still going to deal out cards. Chris, what'd you get?
9.
Brian, what'd you get?
7.
All right.
Don't even say, Kyle, what'd you get? Ha, you can't do anything.
No, Kyle, what'd you get?
I got a 1.
Right on cue.
I would like to give my initiative card away.
I think you have to be within verbal contact of the person to be able to do that. All right, so it goes Kyle, Brian, Chris, and then... All right, so Kyle, yeah, you're incapacitated by damage. Brian, what do you want to do? You could crawl up to him and try to do first aid.
That's exactly what I'll do.
Okay.
That's a medical aid?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be...
The irony is the one thing this character is good at is math.
That's a 5 and a 4.
Do you want to push that roll?
Yes, I do. All right, yeah, 5 and a 4. Here we go. A 1 and a 2. So
1 point of stress.
1 point of stress.
Chris, what does Anderson do? I'm sorry, Butler do?
Butler looks to crawl to some kind of cover in his immediate area.
Okay.
Mobility roll?
Yeah, mobility roll.
1 success.
Okay, yeah, you're able to crawl to cover. So you're going to take full cover or partial cover or what?
Can you still observe under full cover?
Partial cover to observe.
Okay. He's going to take full cover at first because he wants to see what's going on with Anderson.
Mm-hmm. And you did see where the sniper's at, by the way. Like, in the tree line, you did see, like, the glint of the scope. Like, you saw where the shot came from. So.
Okay. So, he sees Peterson checking on Anderson. How's he doing? See if you can get him under control. Sniper's at the tree line about 200 meters out. I don't know, Adam, but between, try to give him like that clump of trees and that, the general area of where the shot came from.
Yeah. Like I said, you can see the clump of trees where it came from. Now, you still technically have a fast action left, or a slow action, depending on which one you want to do. So if you want to establish Overwatch where you saw the sniper, you may.
Yep.
And that means at the beginning of this next round, you could shoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you establish Overwatch on him. He has Overwatch on you. So we're at the beginning of the round. So it's an opposed ranged combat roll to see who shoots first.
Okay.
Flat roll,
Yep.
No modifiers.
2 successes.
Okay. I rolled a 10 and an 11.
Of course you did.
Why wouldn't you?
All right, so he does not get a bonus from the scope. You have partial cover. He's going to do this.
You tend to have the best snipers of all time.
All right, Chris. This is a called shot so that he can avoid it. I'm taking the negatives, don't worry. 1 success. So that means your Kevlar will reduce the damage by 1, so it is not a crit. Roll cool and centerfire.
D for self, D for unit. 1 success.
You are not suppressed. You may return fire. If you so choose.
Yes.
You take a negative 1 for the terrain, and it was 200 meters out. What's the range increment on your weapon? M16, right?
Yes, M16. Range is 6.
Okay, so that's... If he's 200 meters out, that means you're in the third range increment, so it should be a -2.
Okay, and we're going to do 2 ammo die as well.
-2 for the range, -1 for the terrain, so -3 total.
So an A and a C becomes a C and a D.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes. Nothing on the ammo die.
All right, roll me a hit location.
D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
6.
Okay, and what's the... So that was 2 successes. All right, yeah, I mean... Okay. So, you shoot off however many rounds that was. 5 rounds. You get,
And damage is 2 on that.
Mm-hmm, I know. Yep, and the crit is 3. Brian, what are you going to do? I don't think you can do another first aid.
I can't keep trying to...
Can you? Hold on. Let's look back at the damage real quick, just to make sure. In the damage section for the first aid rolls.
I thought you could only do 1.
Yeah, but like in the moment, because this isn't a... Well, I mean, it is a crit, but that's different.
There were a couple of them.
Well, you just take the worst of the 2. The fastest way to recover from incapacitated by damage is for someone else to, in the same hex, to treat you. Successful medical raid roll, it's a slow action. If successful, you immediately heal a number of damage points equal to this. Further medical aid rolls have no effect. And the same person cannot try again unless more advanced medical gear is applied, or until the next time you are incapacitated by damage. So, I guess no.
1 and done.
Yep. Brian, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, metagame, I can't. But, I mean, I don't see Keanu leaving Anderson.
Right.
If he's still laying on the ground screaming, he's just going to basically be elbows deep probably in his chest wound, trying to hold it closed. Like, he won't stop screaming. He won't stop screaming.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what do you do?
We didn't get another shot back at us?
Not yet, no. He shot, you shot. That was at the beginning of the round. It is now your turn. You still have a fast action left. You did not get suppressed. What would you like to do?
Fire again.
You can't with a fast action.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
You used your slow action from this round.
Maintain Overwatch.
Yeah. Yep.
On that same hex?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't see him anymore. The target you shot at, you saw him drop, but you don't see him anymore.
Okay.
But you don't know if he got suppressed or, kill shot.
Yeah. Maintain overall. He's waiting for movement to fire again.
Okay. And it's quiet. Roll a recon roll, Chris.
2 successes. Gosh, Butler's better than Murph.
You see in that same tree line, but like not in the same 10-meter area, you see one guy get up and start moving over to where that other dude was. So you can take a shot at him if you want to.
Absolutely.
At the beginning of the next round.
Yep.
So go ahead, roll that shot against him. -3.
Still -3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Range and terrain.
No successes, nothing on the bullet die.
Do you want to push that roll?
Yes. No successes, nothing on the bullet die.
All right. So you see him move into that hex, and he drops prone. And we cut over to Krakow. And we're back at the chapel. Because Jeremy's back now.
Son of a biscuit.
Hi, everybody.
No, your computer's broke. Turn it off.
I've just accepted that we're only going to get one episode. It'll just still jump around a little bit. So,
Oh no, we can't do more of this? What?
Yeah. Well, why don't we just go to Conus real quick and kill Kyle's last character off? Make it a clean.
there we go. All right. So we cut over to Kentucky.
Kyle, make a roll.
Jeremy, I don't know if you were here for it, but his crit was the same one that Murph got.
On Anderson.
Cracked vertebrae.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
I was like, well, we could either keep going with this group, or I could cut over to the tank crew and draw encounter card.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He got 4 successes on his shot.
Yeah. With a fucking Dragunov. Yeah.
Sniper?
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
And then in the chest, which reduced it by 1. So that's nice.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
But still, it was enough to make it roll twice and take the worst.
Yeah, well, and it's still 3.
Yeah, because the SVD's 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Kyle you passed off your dead character whammy onto him.
Honestly, it's whoever Emmett's buddy. That's it.
No, my buddy's been Murph for a while.
Yeah, and Murph is still alive.
Yeah.
Not for lack of trying.
Who's Keanu's?
We were all buddies with Lieutenant when he died. I don't think we'd ever redone it.
Yeah, we've never re-buddied up because actually when we originally rolled, me and Anderson didn't like each other for some reason.
Okay. So we cut into Krakow. We see Stanislav and Harrison in the morning. Tell me what that looks like.
Okay, Harrison, we have much work to do today. Okay, we make sign out of garbage, yeah, and hopefully we get some people to pay us to take them around, yeah.
Yeah, Miss Stan, I hope we can make some money so I can get a shirt with sleeves.
Oh yeah, sleeves. Well, I mean, it's summertime. It's getting into hot weather. Sleeves are overrated now, huh? But yes, they will be useful later.
Whatever you think, Miss Stan, I just hope people actually pay us money to move stuff around or drive them around.
That is hope, yeah. All right, so we make sign, we stand by vehicle, and tell people as they pass by, hey, we offer transportation service. or a mechanic service. If they have mechanic thing that needs fixed, old Stanislav can fix. So yeah, Ref, we're gonna go hang out at the car and try to convince people to hire us to either take them places or fix their shit.
Okay. Roll me persuasion.
Stand by.
You gonna have to do the letters on the sign, because you taught me how to speak Polish, but I don't know how to write it.
We just tell them you are illiterate, yeah? Okay.
That's not funny.
But if it becomes important, it becomes important, okay?
Whatever you say, Miss Stan. You in charge here.
Do I get a bonus from Harrison for persuasion?
Sure, why not? You get a +2. 1 from Harrison and 1 from the sign. And 1 from and the sign and the fact that you have a truck. So all in all, +2.
Awesome. That's awesome. That gives me an A and a B. Fuck yeah. 2 successes.
Okay. All right, so I'm assuming you're not just like right outside the church, right? You're like going, or were you just going to be parked outside the church?
Yeah, we'll be down the road a little bit wherever we found parking space. Because I'm assuming that it's in city, so we can't actually park right next to the church. We have to find somewhere there's no rubble, clear.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, so you're sitting there and you got your sign, and tell me what that looks like, sitting there with the truck. There's like crowds of people, quote unquote, crowds of people, more people than you all have up until now had seen all in one place. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems strange because this has more of a metropolitan feel, even if it is kind of a more war-torn metropolitan. It still has more people and that seem to be going about what seem like somewhat normal lives.
Okay.
So.
Truck for hire, 2 men and a truck. You need it moved, we can move it. Okay, you need mechanic, I am good mechanic too. And he's going back and forth between Polish and English, just trying to get the broadest amount of customer base. If you have electronic, I can fix electronics. You have machines that need fixed, I can fix. Harrison here. We can take you wherever you want. It's the safest ride in town. I guarantee we'll get you there at a reasonable cost. Okay, come on, we take you where you need go. You need go grocery, we take you grocery. All right. Wow, I can't turn... Stanislav's turning into Borat a little bit. That's unintentional. All
right, so as you're doing this, you hear some music coming from down the road, right? You hear some, like... But it doesn't sound like NWA from last time. Like, this sounds more like...
Creepy ice cream truck?
Sandstorm.
Not so much. More like brass instruments and like slow, music. And you see this horse-drawn carriage and a large group of people, and everybody that you saw kind of milling about and walking around, you see them kind of like parting, right? And you can see like a long group of people behind this carriage that's being pulled by a couple horses. And as it gets up next to you, you see a coffin in the back of it. And it's just like there's some people and they're playing instruments. So it's not like the jazzy, like New Orleans funeral procession. Yeah. And I don't know if they do this in Poland or not, but I'm going to say they are. But they're playing like brass instruments and it's a dirge being played and like the boof, boof on a drum and just like real slow. And it's going by. And I need both of you guys to roll coolness under fire.
What's our unit? Did we go over that?
At this point, it's you and Harrison. So, what do you guys got?
I have no command.
What was it before?
D.
C and a D. D for or unit morale.
I'm just gonna say it's still D. So.
Okay.
Probably should have gone down from everybody having been dead in the village. So.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you think that everybody's dead anyway.
I'm going to say it's a C and a D.
All right.
Like, because it probably went down and went back up.
Clearly, Harrison does not have command. Although he's got good empathy.
Mm-hmm. So D for unit morale.
1 success for Stanislav.
I don't like funerals. I got no successes.
All right, Harrison takes a point of stress. So, tell me what that looks like, Harrison.
I remember when my uncle died, and we had funeral, and I was young, so I the whole thing scared me. And he was former military, so they had the guns go off, and I ever since then I just didn't like funerals. So he's just sitting there, kind of like not wanting to look at the procession going by. But then he looks at Stanislav and he's like, Miss Stan, who you think died? Do you guys have kings in Poland?
It has been a long time since we have had kings. But Harrison, death is a part of life. And that's the thing that comes for all of us.
Well, it's not just my uncle. Ever since we got here, all we see is death and destruction. And I was hoping we would get here and it would be a bit like a normal life. I was hoping we could have a bit of an escape from all that shit.
Did people not die in Arkansas?
I mean, like I said, Miss Stan, everybody dies, but so obviously people died. It just, I ain't never seen this much death and destruction and cruelty, and people just suck.
Jeremy, how many successes did you get again?
1.
Okay.
For the coolness under fire.
No. For the persuasion roll.
Oh, I got 2.
Okay, that's what I'm... Sorry, I should have been more specific.
There was a part of my brain that was like, disease?
No. All right, so as you guys were talking, this woman walks up. And she speaks in Polish to you. She says, "Excuse me, sir?
Yes, ma'am. How may I help you?"
You're offering transportation services such as what? Like giving people rides or driving things places, like delivery service, or what exactly are you?
This is our truck here. If it fits in the truck, we can take it. People, things, whatever you need, we'll move it, but at a price.
That seems fair. I have some supplies that I need picked up from a location and dropped off somewhere else within town. All this is within town. I'm willing to pay you your fuel costs plus another 100 rounds worth of, 100 money.
Ref, hold on. Let me get a comparison to actually what 100 money is. Let's go under gear. What does 100 money equate to?
100 spare rounds. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I mean,
100 bullets.
What can I buy with 100 money?
100 bullets.
Like a third of an M16. No, 1/4 of an M16.
Yeah, and how much is like a day's worth of rations?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not that much at all.
See, that's the way to think about it. Think about Big Macs. Right? Use the economist way of judging what an economy is and how much a thing is worth and base it off of a Big Mac. Assume a Big Mac is, what, half of a day's rations? I think that's reasonable. Those things are fucking loaded.
I don't know. Like, anyway, that's a tangent. Yeah, where is that? You know what? We don't have any other jobs lined up at the moment, so yeah, I'm not going to turn down a job. Okay. That'd be silly. So fuel costs plus 100 money.
100 rounds, spare rounds, 100 monies. Yes. Yeah,
100 monies.
All I can picture is this old lady just like with bullets in a little pouch, like in 1, 2. 3.
No, she she actually appears to be in her mid 40s, probably.
Wow, she's old.
Shut up.
Are the
I said she appears to be in her mid 40s. It's also in a war-torn area. She's probably 23. What was that, Jeremy?
I was gonna say domestic rations are 10 per day, so that's like 10 days worth of food. 10 days worth of rations. Okay. Yeah, sure. We can work with that. On top of fuel costs. Yeah, sure.
Right. Fuel costs plus this. So that just means, like, here's your profit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Where did you find that, by the way?
Find what?
It is in food and drink.
Under the gear
Page
section.
131 of the player's manual.
Yep. Food and drink, top right-hand side of the page. Field rations,
I got you.
domestic rations, wild rations.
So that's enough to keep us both going for 5 days. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe get me a shirt with sleeves.
Sure. If you want to trade one of your rations for it, yeah.
By the way, it might be a good idea to pick a name other than Harrison for this person that's not supposed to be obviously American.
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. Harold, or the Polish analog. Actually, his first name's Dale.
Mm-hmm. All right, so she says, okay, and she gives you the address. She says, here's the address for the pickup. Here's the address for the drop-off. If you would, please, you don't need to tell me when it's finished. When it's complete, I will know. And then I'll give you half up front and half after delivery.
Okay. All right. Well, because we're a little new in town and offering our services this way, where is the closest place that we can get fuel?
Oh, I will have it there. It will cover your fuel expenses.
Okay. All right. So half now, half when it's completed.
Yep.
That sounds like a fair deal.
And she does say that there's some fuel. You can get some at this place, some at this place. Oftentimes the cost is higher than you might expect.
Of course.
Just because of scarcities, but you can get. I'm assuming your truck runs on alcohol at the moment. It's been converted.
It is alcohol, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart man. Gasoline and diesel are hard to come by.
They are. That's why. Well, this isn't actually my truck. Originally.
Not asking.
No. It is my truck. I had one that I rebuilt and restored. Long story. Doesn't matter.
Irrelevant. Once you've completed the drop-off, I'll have someone deliver the rest of the payment.
Of course, yeah. You can find us at this location. We'll come back.
At the church?
Yeah, around the corner.
Okay. All right. So Harrison and Stanislav head off, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Harrison's name is going to be Dalamir, so it's Dale Mir. It's a common name in Poland.
Nice.
So
Nice. Okay.
Dalamir.
All right, so Jeremy, it is on the other side of Old Town, basically. You'd have to loop around to go to the other side of Old Town.
Okay. Because we can't go through Old Town because we don't have enough to bribe the guards, so we're gonna go around.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got shit.
And we'll assume Stan named him that because he's like, it's like Dale.
Delamere. He's good name.
So your pickup is actually going to be right.
And if we have to do last name, it's Barecki.
Oh, I don't know. Can you see this, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Right there. That's where your pickup is, and your drop-off location is going to be...
No, Dalamir, you are Jankowski. You are my cousin. Okay?
Okay, Mr. Stan Jankowski.
We'll make things easy.
Yeah. So, and then to the south of Old Town, down in Casimir's, is where the drop-off is.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So Harrison and Stanislav, or Dalamir and Stanislav, start heading off, I'm assuming, to go do your pickup.
Yes, sir. Well, that's, I don't know. You tell me. Whether we can go north or go south, I guess it's kind of...
You'd have to probably go north because that walled-in area at the edge of the castle goes right up to the river. So there's not really an around.
Deal. Okay, so we have to go north around Old Town and then come back. Okay, sure.
Right. Okay. Oh, let me mark where this chapel is because that's kind of cool. I should...
That we've established that there's a church on this hex.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
When we get paid, we should probably get a good map of the city.
I mean, this is a pretty damn good map of the city. I don't know what you're talking about.
I meant for us to have. Or are we saying we have this?
Yeah, you guys have this. You'd be able to get a map of the city. That's not that bad. Yeah. All right, so you guys are going to head out and go do the pickup. She tells you that it's going to be like probably later than the morning is when, the pickup will be ready.
Okay.
So, and they're expecting it by the end of the day.
Okay, so we have to get it there by the end of the day. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. Chris, are you ready to do some Smokey and the Bandit shit?
I love me some driving.
All right. Seriously, what do you have for driving?
A and a D.
Okay.
We cut back out of Krakow, back over to Emmett and Mr. Jablonski and Murph and the little girl. I thought he was like, no, we don't. I thought you were taking off your headphones and be like, no, we don't. We don't cut back out to there.
We're good. We're good.
We're good. And we see Murph or Emmett, whichever one of you is carrying Mr. Jablonski.
Emmett.
It was Emmett that was carrying him? Okay. You guys didn't have to roll navigate because you were headed in the road hex. But I need you guys to roll a recon roll.
Murph will roll the recon.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Did you guys think that there actually was a plague?
Yes. I just didn't think that Murph had it at the time.
No, he didn't. He had food poisoning.
Yeah.
But I didn't think there was actually one. I thought it was part of just that shepherd's flock bullshit.
All right, Murph. You guys are moving along, and Emmett's carrying Mr. Jablonski, and the little girl's walking beside you, and Rogers is there. And you look up ahead, and you see along the road, headed into town, right? Like, you guys are starting to come into an area where it's, not so much, buildings, as much as it's, the edge of town where there's half-building remains, things have been blown out, collapsed buildings. This is where, but just past that, you can kind of see where, it looks like it's starting to get more urban, right? There's more of an urban terrain. But up ahead, along the road, going into town, you can start seeing, barbed wire, and there's this truck. Everything seems to, converge. They're, rubble and, walls, kind of like what I described for Jeremy before. There's, barricades and shit, all along everywhere. And you can see on the main road, there's a truck and, some sandbags. And in the back of the truck, you can see a machine gun, one of the, Soviet machine guns, basically. And you see about 15 people kind of at this checkpoint headed in. But you're still about 10 kilometers outside of Krakow at this point. Krakow proper, at least. what do you want to do? They do not seem to have spotted you yet.
Our Padre companion, it would basically kind of nudge him like, hey, this is your cue. You need to get us on past this.
So he's looking up there. He's looking ahead. He's like, wait, let's get down. Let's get down. Hold on. And he's kind of looking up there. He's like, those aren't, that's not a checkpoint. I mean, it's a checkpoint. That's some sort of blockade, but that's not the Krakow security forces. That's not who that is.
So that's a build-a-fort, basically?
Basically. Whatever group that is not the official security force for Krakow. They're not wearing the armbands. So I don't know who the hell that is. We probably should go around this.
Well, those are my thoughts. All right. Yeah, I guess we're going to need to probably go around this then.
Okay. It's probably going to be a recon roll from the worst of the recons.
That's me. Me and the little girl.
It is a pushable roll.
D and C. No pluses, no minuses.
+1 for the terrain.
+1 for the terrain. All right, that puts us at a C and a C. All right. 6 and a 7, 2 successes.
All right, so let me roll their recon roll to see if they notice y'all. All right, so tell me what that looks like, guys. Emmett, you're carrying Mr. Jablonski, and the rest of y'all are trying to sneak past. You got the little girl with you. You got Rogers with you.
He's princess carrying me. It's very bodyguard.
So tell me what that looks like.
I would think Murph is I don't know, 10 yards ahead or so. Just scouting out, trying to find the easiest path through. Yeah, just trying to be inconspicuous, quiet, sneaky, etc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and where you guys are, it's like I said before, you're on the edge of town where like things have been bombed out and like buildings are collapsed, and you know there's like rubble and debris around you as you're trying to sneak through this. So I imagine you're going from like pile of rubble to pile of rubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian?
Yeah, I mean, Emmett looks like a heap of warmed over dog crap, so now he's got a half dead compadre draped over his shoulders and is just, I mean, really just kind of red-faced, trying to be as quiet as possible and, you know, trying to find larger objects to be behind, because at that point you would be a little harder to hide yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you noticed them far enough off that, like, you noticed them before they noticed you, you know? So, you guys kind of have that advantage working for you.
You know, in theory, even though it's Jablonski that's got the sickness, we probably all look like we're fucking disease-ridden, and because we're burnt, bloody mess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Same as that baby doll the girl's carrying. And you guys continue on, and they don't seem to have noticed you.
I could see that too. Like as we go through that, it like starts with Jablonski just looking dead on Emmett's shoulders, zooms out to see Emmett, to Murph, and all of us just basically looking like zombies shuffling away trying to hide. And then it just like focuses on the baby doll. Like everybody in this group looks just mangled,
haggard,
except for Rogers. Rogers looks like all right.
I was just gonna say that he probably looks like he's like, eh.
Yeah, he looks the best out of the group right now. Yep. All right, and yeah, so you guys continue on your way. We cut over back into a dark, dimly lit, light just coming in through the end of this shipping container, and we see the man sitting there. Hi, my name's Frank, and my people brought you here because you were in our area. So what are y'all doing? You were walking around with those, quote, National Guards boys.
It's been a minute. What was the name of the town, Ref? It starts with a C, I think.
Cynthiana.
Cynthiana. Yeah.
So what are y'all doing here?
Frank, my name is Natalie. This is my associate, Noah. He's a professor. I'm actually a reporter, and we were headed down to Cynthiana to try to figure out what's going on there. We've heard the government is being established there. The men we were with were on patrol, and they gathered us up, and they took all of our equipment, and they were escorting us down there. But Frank, do you mind if I call you Frank?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I told you my name was Frank, so...
I understand. Sometimes people like to be called different things. Do you have any water?
Yeah, sure, we could bring you some water. He, raises his hand up, and you hear somebody kind of scurry off in the background. So you said they were escorting you down to Cynthiana because the government being set up there? Is that right?
That's the word that we heard. What originally, and my friend here, Noah, is a professor, and we were testing the river water along the way because we've been trying to find a source of clean water. And then we got word that the government was being established in Cynthiana, and we were just headed down there to kind of dual purpose, check to where the water is clean, and then also, find out any information about how we're going to get back on our feet.
Looks over at Noah. Glances over. In the background, you see someone else come back through the door into the shipping container. Comes up with a bucket of water. And there's a ladle in it.
Did you get this from the river?
No, we got a well here.
Okay.
Do you mind if I test it?
Be my guest.
Pull out my little tester, which is just kind of, I've got cargo shorts on. It's just in the pocket of them. Pull it out.
Phrasing.
Do a little mixy.
Roll me a tech roll.
1 success.
Okay. I mean, the water from the well seems fine. It doesn't seem like any more contaminated than normal well water would be.
Very nice. This is the kind of thing we've been looking for on the way down. We've just hit destitute areas with, unusable water and more people dying from that. So we're honestly just looking for ideal situations and better ways and get as far away from the city and seeing how far you have to get away before things become habitable again. We're not looking for trouble or anything crazy.
He kind of leans back and he's like, yeah, well, I mean, what you're saying makes sense, right? But also, the group y'all were with, I don't really trust them. I don't trust those boys. Because they're, trying to, impose their order around here. And not really a fan of that. So, as I said, what you're saying makes sense. But, lots of people say things that make sense that aren't true. You know what I mean?
Frank, you could ask the guys that ambushed them. You can ask them for their eyewitness accounts, and they'll tell you we didn't raise any weapons and we were completely unarmed, and they had everything we had. And I guarantee you they'll confirm our story from at least their point of view. We weren't really with them as much as we were being detained by them.
You want to roll persuasion on that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
right.
that's right.
I'm going to say you're rolling that at a -2.
-2.
Yep.
All right, so that is...
And this is just on this whole conversation, so it's up to you all who you want to roll it.
Oh, yeah, no, that I got it. That's a B and a C. I got a 2 and a 7, so 1 success.
So you say that, and he kind of leans back, and he's like, yeah, I mean, I talked to them, and what they said was comparable to what you're saying, you know? But, I mean, all I'm saying is if my job was to try to infiltrate our camp, I would be doing a similar story to what you're telling me right now. And the alibi leading up to it would be comparable also. Would you like to push the roll?
I do want to push the roll. Frank, that seems like quite a leap, because that would imply that we're just going to sacrifice 4 troops in the effort to infiltrate a camp we didn't even know was here.
That doesn't mean that's not what happened.
I got a 4.
So I'll tell you what. Where are y'all coming from?
Noah was headed down. I think Noah, you were coming down from Pittsburgh way, and I
started over in, right there in West Virginia to college. Really, have family in Cincinnati, so headed over that way. Found it to be just too much, just rubble. There's no, if you find anything alive there, and then have just been heading south since then.
Yeah, Noah and I met up in our travels, and I was coming from around Dayton. I was on assignment, and after everything happened, Noah and I, found each other, and we've been heading south just based off of rumor and testing the water as we go, because we found out that, we had known some people that got sick from it.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all been staying somewhere downriver from here?
We've been on the move.
All right. Well, tell you what. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll ask you some similar questions. We'll see what kind of answers I get then. He stands up, starts to drag the chair, kicks the bucket over so that it spills on the ground, and walks out of the shipping container. The door closes. And we end right there.
Oh my gosh, monster! I can't stand you.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it. Even if this was a legit checkpoint, we're going to need the Rogers to get us through, especially with somebody who's sick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm really leaning on, yeah.
he's so traumatized he's in a Snuggie.
That's right.
Jeremy, so I had them all roll a d6, and it was whoever rolls lowest is
Right.
the shot's coming at. 1 from Kyle. I was like, okay.
I don't know if you saw the text, but I was like, oh, so Kyle's new mic and green screen cost him 2 characters, apparently.
How full's your chart?
It's a D12. It's a D12 right now. I'm not up to a D20 yet, so.
If I had to pick, I think I already know which one of the ones you should probably take. But
What, for characters?
yeah.
No, it's roll random. It's roll
I know.
random.
I know, but I'm saying the one I would be like, that's amazing. Yeah.
What, is it a medic?
I don't think you made a medic, did you?
I got a D12 right here.
No, I don't think I made a medic. Let me see. Unassigned characters.
I think his next character should be somebody who's good at combat.
I actually made a doctor. There's actually a doctor in there.
Problem is he's a dentist. No.
He's a veterinarian.
Oh, he could have saved Olaf.
Actually, veterinarian would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, he's a surgeon. But
Veterinarian could be a
also
surgeon.
not. He's okay. it's mediocre.
This is the guy who passed with the C average.
You're right on point. Yeah, that's
Yep. I was trying to explain that to my son not too long ago. Like, the problem with doctors is, I was like, nobody ever displays their grade point.
their GPA.
What do you call the guy who finished last in med school? Doctor.
But actually, it would actually make sense if he was a vet and then he got drafted in the military and he's like, yeah, we're going to make you a doctor. We need him.
Close enough.
Then he'd be a vet.
Ah,